All right, we're live. Yay. Um, howdy everybody. Um, well, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Let's see, am I in the camera? I think
Sorta,
so.
yeah.
Sorta, yeah. Hi everybody. Um, yeah, I was getting everything ready, and I kind of noticed some things that were in the chat. We need to say some prayers for health and well-being for some folks. Gabriel's got food pneumonia. So we want him to get better. And Kristen is that your family's taking a trip to Austria and has left you with the house to take care of the pets. And you kind of reminded me of something that happened when I was actually just gotten out of high school and was going to start college in the fall. Well, there was a convention I wanted to go to, and my parents wouldn't let me go to that, but uh, I knew the folks who were organizing it, and they asked me to illustrate some things for the convention book. And so, I said, okay, sure. Well, they need it by a certain time so they can put it to print and all that. And then my family wants to go on a camping trip, and I'm like, guys, and I had to lobby with them that let me stay home for the weekend. I'm just going to be drawing and inking so I can get something sent in, and yeah, I had an uncle who was like, man, you should be partying right now. Of course, when you don't know anybody, you don't have any friends you can have come over. What kind of trouble are you going to get into? I was just, nuking microwave pizzas and, playing my own music and enjoying, some peace and quiet. but yeah, I had to lobby that because it's like, I had to convince her, what am I going to do? Really? And this was, you got to understand, this was in the days before cell phones, when everybody was still on dial up. There wasn't that much mischief you could get into on the internet yet. So, so really, what was I going to do? But, hopefully you get an opportunity to, enjoy yourself and have some peace and quiet at least. But yeah, we're celebrating tonight. Geb visiting Anapu. And Geb, of course, is the earth. When we, uh, ask that the offerings endure, and we invoke Geb at the earth's ba. He is, the earth is his manifestation. And so, because I actually do have artwork of Geb, but because he's, stretched out like he would be the ground, that doesn't fit very well on an altar image. But I have a stone here. I don't know if this is quartz or not, but it does have like some little crystals forming on one side of it. I guess I can bring it to the camera so you can see. But it comes from Arkansas, from the part of the Ozark Mountains, and so you could see. And I just picked it up, but you can see a little bit of crystals forming in it, and there was some sand. I guess a little bit of. In some places where I live, there's a lot of iron oxide in the earth, so the ground is red in certain places, and that might have been what stained the rock, if you will. But it's solid on one side, but you have these crystals growing on this side. So, and I didn't really notice that, I don't think, until I took it home and washed it off and said, wow, check this out. So this is going to stand in for Geb because it's a piece of him. So he has come to visit Anapu, and of course, as a deity, there we go. Perfect. He represents and he presides over inheritance and judgment. He was the one that arbitered the dispute, in some accounts between Horus and Set, and said, that Horus should get the two lands and Set should have the desert. And he was invoked, for legitimacy for the pharaoh. And since Anapu is there are passages that suggest he was considered a crown prince. Horus is, of course, the one that becomes the pharaoh, but Anapu still has, an important place. He's also a son of, depending on who you ask, either Set or Osiris. most of the accounts suggest Osiris. And so because the idea was that Set was supposed to be incapable of having offspring because he's the sterile desert, whereas Osiris is the fertile agricultural land. But either way, it suggests that this feast, this observance, has to do with maybe Anapu being given some legitimacy, and given a place of his own, or it could just be, if you think about it, Geb is his grandfather, so he's, this is a visit between family and, renewing bonds and, perhaps establishing some legitimacy. So that's the theme. So, Conspiracy Town. Well, thank you. It's good to see you. I know it's been a minute. And oh goodness, and honestly, we had a small earthquake in the bay yesterday. I didn't feel it; it was on a minor fault. Yeah, that happens. And that happens quite a bit. And yeah, there was supposed to have been an earthquake a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, now I know why we had one.
Why?
There's a medieval times going to be built in Shreveport.
Do what?
Interesting.
Medieval times.
It'll be here and gone. It'll be gone in 6
Well,
months.
no. Look. My brother is going to be the majority of their revenue. I guarantee you, my brother and maybe his old classmate are going to be their biggest customers. And if you've ever been to a medieval times,
and everyone should at least once.
You realize it was 25 years ago.
I do realize it was that long ago
that we went to one. Yeah.
I've never been to one.
We're 900 years old. You're rich. Look us good. You're not.
Well, it's kind of kitschy.
I have a good idea of what they are, though.
Yeah. It's kind of.
You've never seen the Cable Guy.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, it's a lot like.
Yeah. It's kind of kitschy, but you should go once. It's kind of expensive, but you're going for the experience. Because the food is pretty. You get like a chicken quarter and some other stuff, and you have to eat it with your fingers because it's medieval times. And they have a demonstration. They have somebody who's a falconer, and that was one of the coolest things to me. And if we go to something like that, I would want to take lots of pictures of the hawk because horse. So. But that was a brilliant point because Kristen is from the Balkans, not the Balkans, the Baltic states, if I remember right, if I'm saying that right. But she was saying, I'm too European to understand medieval times. And that's a great point because, over here in America, we have this fascination with medieval Europe. And, and I say this having been part of the Medieval Renaissance Club when I was in high school, but it lost its charm after a while. And I think for a lot of folks, it's because it's kind of tied up with medieval fantasy, with, J.R.R. Tolkien and, things like that. And
Arthurian legend.
Yeah. And so when you start researching what medieval life was really like, for one, you realize how much of a holdover there was from the Roman culture. Because your basic garb in medieval Europe, was a direct descendant of the togas and the tunics and things. I should say the tunics, and the things that they wore in the Roman Empire. And then you figure out, it was not as much fun as Dungeons and Dragons would have it.
You mean Hollywood exaggerates?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And Egypt is nothing like, what you see in the movies. So
that can't be possible.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started, because we don't want to keep people up all night, because I know there are folks tuning in from various time zones, and I appreciate you always for doing that.
We love you guys. I'm going to have to step out at some point to go watch the door.
Yes, because we are expecting company, so we kind of have to get this going anyway. So. They're seriously building a medieval times?
Yes.
I can't get over that. That's what? These cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. This technique purifies me. Hail unto you, O your nurturer. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. And we cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Here. It's going to be really cold next week.
And she laughs. And I know some of you are too. Man.
That's okay. They're predicting a low of 18 next Wednesday. So for us, that's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that's 18 Fahrenheit. But oh yeah, and I'm seeing lots of little emojis for the cool waters. So.
I love you guys. I am Christian. I suffer for all of you.
All right, real quick, one other thing. I am going to put this out here because I want some feedback from you that I can give to Morgan, maybe. You see, he gave me something as a Christmas gift. What I want you guys to do as you see this, hopefully the camera has it where you can see it. Tell me what you guys think this is. Because I had to guess at first, but it's a crowdsource open project open squish. So like a crowdsourced plushie project, but it was kind of weird, but I wanted to get some input from you guys and see what you thought it's supposed to be. So we'll do that while we're going on with the rest of the actual ritual. So. Come in peace. Bright eye of Horus, come, oh come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who's tuning in with us now and has been with us in the past and will be joining us in the future. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we'll light our candle for Mama Sekhmet. She may bring peace and healing to all those who are sick or just generally not feeling well, those who are dealing with seasonal affective disorder. You know, the days may be getting longer, but it's still wintertime. We want everyone to feel well. And we'll light this candle for Mahes, Scarlet Lord, that he may protect everyone that might be threatened by severe weather. And may he protect us as he protects Ra. Anubis after Grandpa Geb gave him too many cookies. That's perfect.
They
Yes.
win.
Yes. Sarcastic, you win. Saw Anubis Chunk. Yes, Lisa G. Anubis Chunk. But yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him about that. I told him to come over next week so we can do some taping. So. You arise in the Akhet as Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Geb, Ba of the earth. Hail and praise unto you, O Anapu, upon your mountain. Hail, O Yanachuru, and hail to you, O you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at, cast out as Fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Yanachuru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Yanachuru. You may be purified with it. Dip sandalwood. We give you incense. Give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you, cleanses you, and adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. Oyenochire, we give to you this eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Oyenochire. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. All right. For wine this time, this is actually a sparkling cider, but we're going to open it fresh with the tool that Darren ironically calls a church key.
That church key has been with me for a long time.
There we go. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Geb, O Anafu, O Yenochru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure, pure is Geb within his house, and Anapu within his house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horeketi, for Geb, for Anapu, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horeketi. Come to your body, O Geb. Come to your body, O Anapu. Come to your bodies, O Yenochru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Geb, before Anapu. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. And I'll also give it a pass. This gift, which I think I might have shown it. This is an ankh that was carved from mossy agate from the Ozark Mountains. O Ra Horeketi, and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkapurura, your foes retreat from you. The Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead, we light this candle, that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we pour these cool waters from the table of Osiris. Their hearts may be refreshed. Horechta henket kakao abdus and nachrahat. Hotnebet nachrawaberanka nachrim. And cow and achupunibu. Machrinibu nachra. A voice offering, bread and beer. 1,000 of beef and fowl. Incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a God lives. The cause of all of these blessed dead. All true of voice before the great God. And now we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. The Spet is cast out by your word, and rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always act humbly. We always offer charity and hospitality, such as the second Ma'at. The other one's coming. May we always respect consent and fidelity, such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. You headed out?
You okay?
Yeah, well, I was a little distracted because I could hear you. You were backing out.
Yeah.
Because and I'm assuming you're going. Wait, is it almost 9:30 already?
I'm just gonna put myself in a position to go get it.
Okay. All right. But, hang on. I'll take the opportunity to kind of check the. Oh, it's a church. Huh, that's an interesting little bit. You'll have to share with us where you found that from. But I'm with you, Kristen. It says if she's disappointed, yeah, she can put her complaints in the trash can. I'm totally with you. But yeah, but let's go ahead and read because there are no surviving hymns to Geb, but in combing the coffin text and the Book of the Dead, there's a little something that I have here. Good thing I put all this in alphabetical order. Here we are. Hail and praise unto you, O Geb, Lord of the lands, foremost of gods, Lord of thrones, Father of the five, head of the dual Enneads. You judge between the rivals. You speak, and the Ennead listens. You endure as the Ba of the earth, Your spine is the land that supports us. You open your doors for the Aku. Over Osiris do you keep guard. The earth is purified for you. Your hands hold up the dawn. The serpents of the earth, they fear you. Your Hika holds them under your sway. Governor of the earth, Lord of the wasp staff, support us with your strength. And for Anapu, hail and praise, O Anapu, great God upon your mountain, master of secrets in Duat, ruler of the west, fair son of Osiris, great physician who heals, your seal is our protection. Crown prince of the Aeneid, keen-faced among the gods, you stand at Osir's side, you serve the blessed dead, they live because of you. All right. Because we are expecting one of our adopteds to come over. He's driving from Dallas right now, and that's what Darren was stepping out for. He's trying to make sure that he can let him in. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to our cookies in just a moment. But as always, we want to extend our prayers for all those who need them. I'll include a couple of other ones. We'll ask Geb and Anapu. May you grant us life, prosperity, and health, alertness, favors, and affection. May our eyes see you every day as righteous ones who set you in our hearts. Supply our needs of bread and drink and guard our mouths in speaking. Come to us and give us counsel. Make us heedful of your wisdom. When one appeals to you, you come from afar. Lend your ears to the lonely and the poor. May you give breath to those who are wretched, and bread to those who have none. Guardians of the weak, may you set the oppressed free, and let your blessings surpass all wealth. And for those of you that are on the Discord, I believe Mrs. Jackal is going to be having an Anapu service for the same thing later on. Check on the Discord, and she has a Discord. Check with that because I didn't catch when the time was, but I believe it's on Saturday. I think it's tomorrow. So just wanted to give a shout out for that. So let's see what we have for this week. Again, last week, interestingly enough, our fortune said, you will lead a rich and successful life. So, oh, wow. So we had two of them come out. And so again, this is for everyone. So anyone who might have been tuning in after the fact, this is for you too. I guess we all have voicemail today. A journey of personal growth is coming close. Now let's see what the second one says. Good fortune will follow you in August. So, a journey of personal growth is coming close. The good fortune will follow you in August. I guess what they're saying is it may seem like it's going to be tough, but later this year it's going to, it's some things are in motion. They will start to pan out then. So, that is our message for everyone. I will set this at Anubis's pedestal. Okay, and I see our cookies. The cookie icons. Starting with, yes, and Ms. Jackal sends love to Anapu, absolutely. Okay, yeah, and there's something there's a little bit of trepidation there about, personal journeys, being exhausted. Well, yeah, you do end up learning something, but it's not always easy. But I think they're saying it's going to work out in the end. But let's pick up with Katie Horton, and then Love Deluxe, asking from Anapu. Zabalin wants one from Konsu. And San requests prayers for ear problems. Oh, tell San that I send my absolute sympathies and understanding, because I still commonly get ear infections, and I have hearing loss on one side because of a severe middle ear infection that I had when I was, a kindergartner, first grade. And so I know how tough that can be. So I'm going to ask Mama Sekhmet to get San some help. If San can get to a doctor that can give them some good antibiotics, hopefully, they'll get to feeling better soon. So let's start with Katie Horton. And I think somebody was waiting to toss this one out for you. So. A lifetime of heartwarming acts of kindness is ahead. A lifetime of heartwarming acts of kindness is ahead. So, may you have the good fortune to be in the position to be the one giving, some of those acts, but also receiving them. So, Katie, that was for you. Next is for Love Deluxe. And Sandra has a knack for just flicking them out of there. And Love Deluxe, believe in the power of your dreams and have faith in their realization. Believe in the power of your dreams and have faith in their realization. That's pretty strong. Love Deluxe. I think Anapu broke out some pom-poms for you. All right, Zabalin from Konsu. And then next will be from Kristen. That's Konsu, who, despite the clouds, is overhead right now. Zabalin. Anticipate love and cherished moments. Anticipate love and cherished moments. Hey, it is Valentine's Day after all. But yeah, so open your mind and to allow for that possibility, because it's there. Anticipate love and cherished moments. And so Kristen and then Lisa G. Wow, Kristen. Forgive the action, forget the intent. Forgive the action, forget the intent. And I can't help but think that has to do with your mom, because you were just saying, that she's, criticizing. Um, I think Anubis telling you to blow that off. Forgive the action, forget the intent. Maybe even that there's something behind that, but it's not. It may be directed at you, but it's not about you. And that's the sense I'm getting. But hopefully that clicks with what you're experiencing. So next is Lisa G. Oh, and Lisa, you got voicemail. Here's the first one. There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. Now you have one more, Lisa. Let's see. This month, you'll experience moments of deep insight. There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. And this month, you'll experience moments of deep insight. So, Lisa, I think that's a little bit of Zen, we could say. All right. And by the way, thank you so much for the super stickers, y'all. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the link to the Discord. Um, oh, that one person, we gave an opportunity for HRT. Incredibly appreciative, but a little hesitant with the change. Well, take your time. Don't rush anything. Just and talk to your doctor. I think they're going to know better than any of us would say. But best of luck to you. Let's see. Yes, Ashley from Anapu, and then that one person's asking from Horo, Jehuti, and Sobek. And they're all kind of hanging in the back. So, so we'll start with Ashley. Ashley, life is a gamble, so roll the dice. Life is a gamble, so roll the dice. So, and then, yeah, that one person. By the way, I love that. It makes me think of the classmate I had in the animation program who said memorably, I didn't want to be that guy. In that case, it was that guy that turned his test in before everybody else. But just that the way he said it, I didn't want to be that guy. But that one person, your intuitive powers are strong tonight. The force is with you, young Skywalker. Your intuitive powers are strong tonight. So trust your judgment. So, King of Wicca, and then Thralo from Sobek had a pretty bad day, and we're sorry you had a rough day. Everybody, send some hugs for Thralo. We love you. But King of Wicca. King of Wicca. Positive changes are on the horizon this month. Positive changes are on the horizon this month. So for Thralo, we ask Sobek, who has a candle. You can't see it, but it's on the ledge behind the shrine. So we're going to ask Sobek a little wisdom and love for Thralo. Your kindness will inspire others to do the same. Your kindness will inspire others to do the same. So Thralo, hang in there. It may not seem like it now, and it may not appear to be panning out at first, but don't give up. Because you don't always see immediately when others get inspired by your example, but give it time. And Robert, man, what is the Force? You'll have to explain what you mean with that. But Gabriel, what do you guys have anything to tell me? I feel pulled specifically to ask from Anapu. So Anapu, do you have something for Gabriel? Let others help you. Wow. And there's an exclamation point to this. So Gabriel, it's very simple. Let others help you. That's oddly specific. They're usually not that direct, but let others help you. And I get the sense maybe Anapu is concerned about you and wants you. There's something you can do for yourself to, by reaching out, and he wants you to do that. I can't say one thing that I tend to notice is that they will tell you to do something that seems like it's mundane. It seems like this has to do with the physical world, not the spiritual, but you can't have one without the other. So, Laurel Karakish, and then Mars, from anyone who desires to reach out. So, Laurel. Your creativity will have you inspire others. Laurel, your creativity will have you inspire others. And then Mars, wanting to know if anyone wishes to speak. August will be a time for new beginnings. August will be a time for new beginnings. So Mars, some new things will get underway then. But part of that message also is, do what you can to lay the groundwork now. If there's something you can do, for self improvement or to pursue something at work, or enrolling in school or whatever it might be, do the things now so that you'll have an opportunity for a new beginning. Something setting up in August. Is that? I think that might be ours, Darren.
Yeah, well, I'm back here.
Okay. Because, yeah, that sounds like a muscle car. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but. Okay, Abby from Anapu, please. And then we've got our Discord cookies. I will wrap those up as soon as I get everyone else. But let's get Abby from Anapu and then Sarana. Abby, is this your first time? Thursday will bring you a sense of peace and tranquility. Thursday will bring you a sense of peace and tranquility, Abby. So. Okay, let's see. Yes, Sarana, and then One Eye. How do I do the most good for people in the situation where I find myself? Well, I can tell you the first thing is start with yourself, because you cannot help others if you're in a bad way yourself. And I realize there's a lot going on right now, and there's things that Darren finds out, because through the course of his work, because he works for a nonprofit, and yeah, the news gets depressing every day, but it's striking to me that we hear that, but then we come here and they keep telling us, some good's gonna come. Keep the faith. What did they say this time? Good fortune will follow you in August. So, the end of this summer, they keep saying that. So we've got to trust what they know that we don't. They're deities, we're not. So, that much I can tell you certainly. But yeah, Sarana and then One Eye. Okay, Sarana, this one decided to play hide and seek for a moment. A new and exciting opportunity will present itself this Friday. Now, could be tonight, it could be in a week, but a new and exciting opportunity will present itself this Friday. So Sarana, and now One Eye. You will have an incredible culinary experience during your travels. One Eye, you will have an incredible culinary experience during your travels. So, have dinner over it. You know, just keep that in mind, and it might suddenly click. It could be later, and you're like, oh, hey, this gives me an idea. Oh, Katie, yeah, you had the same thing that I did. Yeah, I had some hearing loss and an eardrum burst. Yeah, um, it's come to find out it's more common than I would have thought. But yeah, it does it um it's something that affects you in profound ways. But that's something we could talk about another day. So we got Mary Fleppawet from the Jackals, and kind of catching up, and then Floofy Poofy Fox. I love that. I feel like I'm missing some direction, but I trust Wepawet and Anapu will help me through it. Got a tattoo of Anubis recently, and I like that he will be a part of me in a more literal sense. That's cool. And Temir for Amun. Okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm caught up on the chat here. Let me get these fortunes, and then we'll swing back to the Discord ones, because we can kind of do those rapid fire. So we're picking up a Mary Wepawet. So we're asking our jackals. Married Wepawet, find joy in the arts through music, dance, or visual arts. Find joy in the arts through music, dance, or visual arts. And a Floofy Poofy Fox, also asking for wisdom from Anapu and Wepawet. You got me wanting to grab my plushie that I made my animated character, because he's a kitsune and he has a floofy poofy tail. But he's up front right now. Floofy Poofy Fox. A lifetime of harmonious relationships is yours to nurture. Now, I get the sense that they're telling you that, this it's yours to nurture. That means, you've got to take that first step. But a lifetime of harmonious relationships is yours. It's yours to nurture. And Temir for Amun. So, where's that? For him. For Temir. A funny movie will make your evening delightful. A funny movie will make your evening delightful. Have a movie night. All right, and because I know there are folks that watch from all over the world, I'm just going to throw this out there, because sometimes things become available in some areas and not others. There's a series that I'm trying to keep an eye out for, if they'll ever put it on a streaming service anywhere. It's called Caroline's Comedy Hour. It started in 1989 and ran for about 5 years. A lot of folks that, whose names we know now, like, Jeff Foxworthy, Jon Stewart, Dave Chappelle, they started there. Well, the first person that they had for episode 40, you can find it online, you just can't watch it. Not yet. But in episode 40, there's a guy named Christopher Collins that's the voice of Starscream and Cobra Commander from the original Transformers and G.I. Joe. He was also a stand-up comedian. And he appeared in Caroline's Comedy Hour and a few other things, Evening at the Improv on A&E. A lot of stuff at the turn of the decade from the 80s going into the 90s. And it's, if they can ever put that stuff where people can watch it and stream it, then we'll get to see, again, Cobra Commander doing stand-up. And anybody who's my age, I'm sure would want to see that. So I'm just putting that out there to the world. That the demand might go, and we might finally get it somewhere where we can watch it.
What was that show called?
It's called Caroline's Comedy Hour. Like I said, you can find it. There are places that list it. IMDb has it, and Yideo and a lot of other places, but they only have it listed. It's not available for streaming anywhere yet. So we've just got to keep the demand up. Yes, give us a like for the algorithms. So now Katie had to head out. Got to eat dinner. Happy Valentine's Day. And now let's get back to our Discord cookies. Konsuket, Moonchild, Jetka Nebathat, Nova, Lud, Ori, and Teso. Okay, and then of course, for sarcastic, since you're being kind enough to put those out there, let's go ahead and get those. And again, hopefully we've gotten everybody else. So if you've got to, duck out, in that case, we love you and hope you have a wonderful Valentine's weekend. Big hugs. Be safe and well as always. And Darren's birthday is Monday. Hopefully I'll be getting something. I'll try and save something for him to open with us next week so he can have a belated birthday present. Because actually, I've got one present sitting, waiting on him already, but he's entertaining company, so we'll have a little something for him here. But let's get those Discord cookies. Starting with Konsuket. A distant friend will call you soon. So for Konsuket, a distant friend will call you soon. Okay, Moonchild. For Moonchild. Every invitation you get isn't necessarily one you should accept. Moonchild, I think that was a warning. So make sure they get this one. Every invitation you get isn't necessarily one you should accept. Is not necessarily one you should accept. That was for Moonchild. Next is Jedka Nebatat. Keep your dreams close. They are your guiding stars. So for Jedka Nebatat, keep your dreams close. They are your guiding stars. Okay. Nova. Let's see. Nova, Lud, Ori, Teso. All right, we're going to have one left over in here, but don't worry, I've got a fresh box. So, okay, that one's for Nova. Your future success is a result of your determination. So for Nova, your future success is a result of your determination. Now, I think that's one way of putting one of my personal sayings. How bad do you want it? The success is there, but that's up to how determined you make yourself to do it. Your future success is a result of your determination. Okay, and so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we got so there's Nova. So next is Lude, then Ori, then Tesa. So Lude. You'll take pride in your numerous accomplishments. So for Lude, you'll take pride in your numerous accomplishments. So that was for Lude. Now for Ori, and then Tesa. So Ori. And of course, as we're wrapping these up, if anybody else has a request that we haven't gotten to yet, go ahead and put that up there, because as soon as I'm done with the Discord cookies, I'm going to scroll down and we'll cover those and we'll wrap up for the evening. But for Ori, you will discover new sources of joy in your life. You will discover new sources of joy in your life. And for Teso, there are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. So for Teso, there are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. And now for Sarcastic. No, wait! And you know what? I guess they gave you some voicemail, because those are the last two. So here's your first one. Pop it open. Here we go. You are a gift to the world. Share your light. Now, the second one. You will have an incredible culinary experience during your travels. What I think is interesting about this is, if I might venture, something that I think that you and One Eye have in common, both being, very determined. I want to do some things to make the world a better place. And you both you'll have an incredible culinary experience during your travels. So food is the key here. And keep in mind, this is coming from the Lord of the Earth. So there's a clue there. Something to ponder. Okay, now scrolling down to the bottom. No. Yeah, I think so. A lifetime of harmonious relationships is yours to nurture. So they hibernate less, go meet friends. Yeah. So, and I have to head out. Well, good night, Kristen. Be safe. Oh, goodness. Now we'll have to pass on the happy early birthdays to Darren. And plenty of cool waters. I'll pass that on too. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap up. And again, a wonderful weekend for everybody. And prayers also to Bast because she has a feast day over the weekend. And, I like to joke that, it's, and the reason why I remember that is because it's right close to Darren's birthday. It's like the day before. And I joked that, well, if he had been, born in ancient Egypt, his name might have been Bastem Hab or Bastemwea. Bast is in feast or is in her bark. Maybe that's why kitties love him so much, even though he's allergic. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and make our offerings endure so we can wrap up. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shinit in Unu endures. As the name of Oser, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in the Cheru endures. As the name of Sutak in Nibet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khmenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. You've come in peace, O Ra. You've come in peace, O Geb, O Anapu. You've come in peace, O Yunachru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, Geb, Anapu. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Cats always find the allergic people. They sense allergies and are convinced they can fix you. Yeah, I think there's something to that. Well, I'm gonna have to wrap up because I've got company over. So he, just drove several hours, and we need to see what he wants for dinner. But thank you all so much, and lots of love. And let's do this again next Friday. So, in the meantime, everyone be safe and well, and have a great week. So. Thanks, guys.
Take care, everyone. Same cat time.
Same cat channel. That's right. Have a great Valentine Day weekend. Be safe and well. And join us next week. All right. Good night, everybody.